guys, welcome to my channel. This is Brenda. It's kind of a weird day today, Sunday. I didn't have to work on Friday because we had a huge ice storm. Thank goodness that where I work was smart enough not to have us on the roads in that. I thought that I would do a video today about plant chores because the reality is that I have a lot of plants. I think we talked about that. And on the weekends, I usually have to repot at least 3, sometimes more. Yesterday, I think I repotted like 6. So we'll talk about that. But also, I'm going to show you, because it's the middle of the winter, a lot of my plants, some succulents, are flowering right now. And they're growing right now. So that really excites me in the middle of the winter because as you can see outside, I don't know if you can see it. It's cold. It was below 0 last night, so it's freezing cold outside, but it's nice and toasty in here. But it's really exciting to see your plants grow in the winter time when you're really cutting back on watering, but then your alocasia will throw out a new leaf, and it's like really beautiful to behold. So I'm also going to show you what I did last night. I wish I had had the forethought to videotape it prior to showing you the end results, but you wouldn't have wanted to see me yesterday. I had on sweats and a pony, so I'm just saying. Yeah, so join me as we talk about exciting growth, new roots, and how I dealt with fungus gnats in a different way. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do so. Subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get 1,000. Trying to get 1,000. I have a long way to go, but it's really exciting. So thank you for watching and stand by. Okay, so here we have my kitchen. I know you've seen the plants before. They're all doing really good. Nothing magnificent happening here except that they're all growing well, and I am just madly in love with that burrow's tail succulent. But anyway, as you can see right here, this is an old turkey cooker that I don't use anymore, and it was downstairs in the basement, and I had a very large bag of expensive soil that I bought, and I think I mentioned in another tape, but I won't mention the company name because it's probably not fair. However, shortly after I got it, I realized that it was infested with fungus gnats, which blew me away because I stay away from, sorry, I can talk to you this way. I stay away from Miracle-Gro. I'm just going to say it. Every Miracle-Gro product I stay away from because there always seems to be fungus gnat eggs in it, and then I end up with fungus gnats, which really makes me mad. But so this I talked about, this soil, I really just bought it, first of all, because I wanted to buy it, but it was $35 for not a lot. I mean, a pretty good sized bag, but not a big bag. And then, like I said, it had fungus gnats eggs in it, and then I ended up with fungus gnats. So it's been sitting in my sunroom, all closed up, so you couldn't get into it. So I went ahead and put some systemic in it. Like 3 weeks ago, I opened up the bag in the garage and I sprinkled some systemic granular in there, and then I closed it up. But you know what? I guess I didn't put enough in or whatever, because I swear by systemic in my plants, probably because I didn't water the soil. But anyways, okay, so I took the soil and I emptied it into this turkey roaster pan, and I patted it down really good. As you can see, it's still patted down. And then I put it in the oven and I baked it at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Before I put it in there though, after I put the soil in here, I put water in it, enough to moisten it, but there wasn't like sitting water in the bottom, but enough definitely to get it wet. So after it was done cooking, I took it out and I left the cover on overnight on the cupboard. So when I took it out, and once it cooled down, I took the top off, but it wasn't all the way cool yet. It looked really good. I haven't really gotten into it yet, but my suspicion is that a word? I suspect that they're gone. I haven't seen, well, let's just do it now. See, it's really beautiful soil. Really, really beautiful. I'm making my own now that looks very similar to this, so, I'm not really sad about it anymore, but I took care of my problem. I was not going to let this soil go to waste. So in case you didn't know, one way to get rid of fungus gnats, if you have a good sized bag and you don't want to throw it away, because I've thrown away Miracle-Gro before because it just wasn't worth it to me, but this bag was expensive. So I did this and it was a success. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some new growth in my kitchen on one of my succulents, and then I'm going to go to the living room and show you other new growth, which is very exciting. Stand by. Okay, this plant right here, I think it's called, I want to say a mousetail cactus or a rat tail cactus, but really it's a succulent. Those aren't, you know, picky. But as you can see, I have, or maybe you can't see, well, first of all, it's flowering right now. There's one of the flowers. But second of all, there's a lot of new growth coming in. A lot. I don't know if you can see it very well, but a lot of these little smaller ones are new. And it's just so exciting that, like I said, it's in the wintertime, but you can still find beauty in your plants because it's there. There's another flower. See the new growth? Here's a good shot of the new growth. See that? It's so exciting. I just turned this plant around yesterday. That's probably why I didn't see it very quickly today, but it's such a beautiful plant. Like I said, I think it's called a rat tail cactus or a mouse tail. I don't know. I'm gonna have to, I'll figure it out and put it in the notes here in the description. And then also, I know that you've seen my my beautiful olive tree before, but check it out right now. She is flowering all over the place. Boy, I hope you can see this good. I mean, not only that, she's starting to get, like every one of these flowers has the potential of growing into an olive. Look at them all. And the reality is, they don't all grow into olives, but a lot of them do. And I think I told you when I showed you, this is because this is one of my favorite plants. When I showed you this video, this plant, I was told when I first got it, there's no way it would ever flower in the house. But as you can see, I have it in one of my southern windows, and it flowers every year. And this is the time of year when it does. So it's just so exciting to me that that's the backyard. That's my garden. Check it out. You see it? Yeah, I have that in the summertime. My sea grape, I've lost a couple of leaves lately, but she's doing okay. I mean, they just turned yellow. So what else is here that I wanted to show you? I wanted to show you this orchid right here, and I will drop a picture of what this flower is going to look like, because there it is. If you could focus in on that. That's going to be a flower, and I will show you a picture right here what that flower looks like, but because it is absolutely spectacular. So this is the second time this one has flowered for me, and I do have the name. I'll tell you what it is. I don't know what happened to the tag. I repotted it. That's probably what happened to it. But also we have this. I think this is a Graptivaria, but I'm not sure. See if I can show you the flower. Am I in the right place? Oh yeah, right there. See it? It's already starting to go by a little bit, but there's a beautiful flower that came recently to this succulent. All right. Now, let's see. I am going to take you into the living room. Okay. So in the living room, I have, first of all, a couple things I want to show you. This is really exciting. Hold on just a second right here. Okay, so here's my ZZ plant. As you can see, she's really, really big and beautiful. Just a regular ZZ, but I noticed when I was watering yesterday that we have that new growth. And we have another one right there in the, can you see it? It's kind of hiding right there. See it? And then I have another one coming right there. Ta-da! And let me get that leaf. But so there's a lot of new growth there, which is very, very, very exciting to me. I don't know if you remember this clivia that I had. It was in an enormous pot. Talk about a gigantic repotting. I repotted that last week, and I have to figure out how to make it grow because this was a gift to me by someone who just didn't want her anymore, and I have to figure out how to get it to flower because she hasn't flowered for me yet. So this is one of the plants that I ended up repotting yesterday. It is an Aglaonema. No, it isn't. Yeah, it is. Silver Bay Aglaonema. Super beautiful. It was in just straight, like a moss. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain that stuff, but I feel like it's some kind of a moss. You know, it's really granular and it's super absorbent. And I know they're thirsty, but it wasn't doing very well. I kept losing leaves. So, and over here, yesterday, actually just this morning, these were hyacinth that I got at Trader Joe's. To be honest with you, the reason why I bought 2 of them, they were just starting to bud, and I just cut the flower off today right there because it was all dead, but I really bought it. It was only $3.49. I bought it because of the vase, because that is just a perfect little vase to propagate in. So that's why I have 2 of those. And then here's another plant that I repotted yesterday, which was a Song of India, a Dracaena Song of India. Again, it was in that mossy mix, and it's in my special mix now. And this is an update on my, let me see, let me turn that around. Update on my prayer plant. I water this with only rainwater, and that will stop the crispy leaves. In case you didn't know that little tip, I save rainwater through the winter. I have a barrel in the summer, and I water my carnivorous plants and my prayer plants with it. And here, I just recently repotted this because it wasn't doing well, and again, it was in that same mixture. But look, it's doing much better. It's giving me a new leaf, and I'm pretty excited about that. Birkin, philodendron Birkin. And then over here we have flowers from my lipstick plant flowering right now in the wintertime. Super exciting. Love it. How healthy it is. I did an unboxing of this plant. It was really tiny when I got it. She's just so happy right there. All right, what else is flowering that I wanted to show you? So here's another Aglaonema. This is a Siam that I repotted. Funny thing about this plant, thank God I repotted it when I did, because each of these stalks, there were 3, this one's kind of small, had little black plastic pots that it was growing in. Little tiny, weird looking, so I cut them off and I put them in here. And I think it's gonna be happier right here. So, also, I did a video on starting an African violet from a leaf. This is actually the African violet that I started it from. I pulled one of the leaves and I cut it off right about here. Right about here. And I got a little tiny baby jar lid, or some other kind of lid, and I laid it in there with water. This is the plant. I just repotted it in African soil mix, and I have it in an African violet pot. There are special pots for African violets, and that's what they look like, so that's pretty cool. So look how good it's doing. Hopefully she'll make it. I know it was pretty traumatic that I put her in there, but we'll see what happens. All right. Okay, so the next new growth is in my IKEA cabinet. A couple of my alocasias are flowering, and I have 2 relatively new Hoyas that I bought that are rooting finally, and one of them is showing growth, which is super exciting. Like I said, in the middle of the winter, you got to have these winds, you know. It's just too exciting. So I'll show you those. First of all, yesterday I noticed that when I opened up my cabinet, that there was literally water all around the perimeter, all around that side, all around the back. I was devastated. So had to dry it all up. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is this Hoya Mathilde. This whole thing is new. I just got 2 leaves when I got it. but it's got new growth right here and 2 little leaves right there, and I'm absolutely thrilled about it. I can't, oh, I guess it came with 3 leaves. Wow, that was hiding for a long time. Oh, 4 leaves, what the heck? I guess it did. Damn, this whole time I thought, oh, sorry, didn't mean to cuss. So I'm super excited that it's rooting and growing, super excited about that. And this Hoya Croniana Super Silver was expensive, and all I got was 3 little leaves. None of these were not rooted when I got them. So when I say super expensive, I think this was like $15 for this little tiny thing. But if you look really carefully, I hope you can see, it is starting to root right there. So I'm really excited about that. Super excited. Now, I showed you a couple of weeks ago in my propagation, my Monstera dubia. Well, that's growth right there, brand new. I'm pretty excited about that because I think I showed you this didn't even, it was just a little tiny leaf, and the stem, literally the stem on it was this big. I'm not kidding, that big. The petiole that I got with that. Okay, and then here I have my Monstera standeliana, and this is an albo. That's new growth. That was 1 leaf, and that was also a cutting, but as you can see, I've got a new leaf and another one coming. That is so exciting to me. Oh my goodness. And then I'm sad to say that this Syngonium Lanocardi Road, I've checked it repeatedly, and it's just not rooting. It's got a node in there, but it's just not doing anything, so that may end up being a bust, but I'm not giving up yet. All right, so what I wanted to show you here, let me just move this gorgeous Scindapsus exotica, put her over there. I've got a new leaf coming right here from my black velvet alocasia. Middle of the winter, and there I have a new leaf. Super excited because I think I told you my theory on these. I'm probably going to lose this one shortly after this one comes, which is very sad because they're just so beautiful and I love them. But you know, I'm trying desperately. So I'm excited about that leaf. And then down on the lower shelf, I'll give you an update on my beautiful Hoya Sunrise. This whole piece is new. This whole section is new. So and look at how beautiful the colors are because she's in here under the lights all the time. She loves it in here. Check out those roots. I'm so excited. She's almost ready for a pot, but boy, that makes me nervous. And then right next to her, I have a Hoya Fitchii, and again, the beautiful red colors are because they're in here. They love the humidity. I find that my Hoyas absolutely love being in here, period, the end. And I also showed you when I did my little prop boxes. This was in a prop box. I planted it, and we got new growth right there. She's coming along nicely. And this, I forgot to show you on my alocasia video. This is an alocasia. I think it's called Latabachiae. Could be wrong, but I think it's Latabachiana. Wow. I hope I said that right. But look, another new leaf right there. Super excited about that. And this is my newest acquisition. I just got it the other day. It is a philodendron. My goodness, what's it called? Splendid? Oh my land, I'll have to tell you what it is. But I paid too much money for this, you guys. But I think I'm gonna be able, and it had no roots. It was just a cutting, but it is a top cutting. I don't know if you can tell that. You really can't, but it is. That little tiny global green that I had, she's taken off nicely right there. And let's see, what else did I have this Hoya Hindu rope, and I repotted it, and I'm leaving it in here as well as the what's this one? Hoya rotundiflora. I'm also leaving this in here because I just repotted it recently, and I want it to, and this is all new. All of these beautiful vines are new, and I don't want to lose her, and I'm nervous. And I just put my silver stripe philodendron back in here. because because it's starting to grow and there's not a lot going on up here. I guess that's a leaf, but I didn't get one there, but I don't know, it's fine. And I just replanted this dwarf banana tree yesterday, and I didn't even notice before that she has a baby. So, pretty exciting. And the other exciting thing down here is my Alocasia Maharani, and as you can see, I have a new leaf coming there. Super excited about that. It's absolutely beautiful. And I have currently 3 leaves on here. One of them doesn't look that great, but these other 2 are absolutely gorgeous. And God willing, I'll be able to keep them all for a while, but there's my new leaf. So, super exciting. This is an Anthurium big red bird that clearly needs to be repotted, so that's on my list for next week. I don't know about you guys, but that's part of my plant chores. I just repot plants. I can't, that would feel weird showing you every single plant I repotted, so I don't. And because of that water issue that I had yesterday, I am only closing it like that. I'm not closing it all the way because I don't want it to get too humid in there. And all I have for water are those little vessels that I fill with water. So there's plenty of humidity in there. My Syngonium albo is doing really great. So exciting, you guys. So exciting! Okay, something else I wanted to show you was my Ficus tainiki. I cut the top off, and I'm going to show you what's going on there. Cut the top off, and this is the new growth. And I was kind of hoping that I would get other growth spots, and I don't see... Wait, is that one? No. I don't really see any. So that's okay. Maybe, I don't know. Well, I'm totally satisfied with this. I mean, it's new growth and it looks good. And then I did cut this one off just recently a couple weeks ago. And I think it's just starting to grow right there. So that is my Ficus tainiki. I love this plant because it's just so beautiful. I love the leaves. Oh my land, look at that. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, one other thing that I forgot to show you is, I'm sorry, I'm going to take you through my kitchen. Forgive the mess if you see a mess. I forgot to show you this. This, you remember that beautiful red emerald philodendron that I cut back? I got roots everywhere. So all of the pieces, I need to change the water, all of the pieces have rooted, and my plan is to start a plant, put them all in the same pot and have like a fuller one instead of just one long vine that I ended up with before. Okay. So something else I want to show you is really exciting. Now, this is a Monstera, wide form Monstera adansonii. First of all, I broke that leaf yesterday, which I kicked myself in the butt for, but I did. I totally did. But I had cut it back because it got so tall and weird looking. And I think I showed you in my prop boxes 3 pieces. So this is what I've done. This was my plan. I took the 3 pieces that were very well rooted a couple of weeks ago now, and I put them in the same pot, and as you can see, they are taking off rather nicely. So, score! That makes me happy. Very, very happy. Another success in this room is, finally, I have a sweet potato vine. This is my 3rd attempt to grow, because they're so cool looking. It's just a sweet potato. I didn't cut anything off. That's just the end of it. And look at those beautiful roots. But the first 2 rotted, you guys. So this one finally worked, and I'm finally getting some growth, and I'm so excited about it. So excited about it. Also, I wanted to show you in this room. Let's see if I can find it. This plant right here, this Alocasia that I showed you a couple weeks ago. Look, it only had one leaf. I think this is the Yucatan Prince. Serendipity. Look, I'm getting a new leaf. I'm so excited about it. So excited about it. Just brings me so much joy, you guys. I know that plants bring you joy too, and that's why I'm showing you mine. Because it just makes you feel good. Alright, so this is a Cebu Blue that started to die. So there's only this one piece that was doing okay, so I left that one in there. Although, you know, there's some stem that doesn't have any growth, so I could cut it off. But I cut it all the way back, and look what it's doing now. Sometimes it pays to cut plant. Actually, a lot of times it pays to cut plants all the way back. So don't be afraid to do that. I also wanted to show you this cool tetrasperma that I have in tree fern, and she hasn't really taken yet because the leaves are still kind of I don't know. I don't really see it doing much yet, but I think it will. Whoop, there's a root right there. I think it's going to take off. I'm just kind of experimenting with different things. There's my my sundew, and it's going dormant right now. That's why it looks so crappy. I showed you a picture of it when it was beautiful and healthy. So, and this is one of my pitcher plants that she's been struggling too. I'll have to show you a flower. I'll put the flower right. I'll drop it in the inset right now because the flower from this thing is unbelievable. Yeah, see, it's not doing that great. So when I just see a dead leaf, I just pull it off. Hold on a second. Pull it off. I'll not give it up, but she's not doing great. So, what else is in here that I wanted to show you? I don't think anything. I think everything in here is just doing all right. This is my sunroom. I just changed the water in my prop bottles yesterday. Everyone's doing really good. I just love watching them grow in there. This is my my rickrack cactus. Look at all the roots. I think it looks really ugly, and I think she knows that I don't think she's beautiful. And I'm probably going to get rid of her pretty soon. Try to cut a couple of pieces off that aren't covered with roots, and see if I could start anew. Not sure if that's going to happen, but we'll see. Okay, also, I don't want to forget to mention that these are, wait, I have a couple of little Sansevieria babies in there. Let me take those out. But I had a big, beautiful Burl Marks philodendron that snapped right off. I think I told you. All that I have left of her is this piece right here. Because I put the big giant piece that broke, I put it in water, and it just slowly, oh no, I didn't. I potted it right up, which was my mistake, and I totally lost it. This is all that's left, these two pieces, but I wanted to show you that they're rooting. So I'm going to have two more. See, they're rooting. I'm going to put these in a pot pretty soon, as once the roots get a little bit better established. I'm going to put them in a pot and start a new plant. Oh, start a new plant. I got to put more water in there. But I also wanted to show you, I showed you my Tainiki in the other room. Remember I told you I cut the top off? This is what I cut. And as you can see, I've got some beautiful roots on every single one of these. And my plant, look at that. That's actually just growing a plant right underneath the water. These I am going to, most of them are, they're ready to go. I'm going to be putting them in a pot all on their own. There's quite a few pieces there. One of them is the top piece. So I'm going to lose, I think you can tell, I'm going to lose some of the leaves, you know, obviously, but that's totally fine. So this is how I did it. I just cut them off piece by piece, node by node, put them in water, and they're all rooted. So I'm going to be starting a whole plant of Ficus Tainiki with this. Yeah, goals, man, goals. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video pretty quick here. But what makes me sad is that when I do, oh wait, there's one more thing I want to show you upstairs in the bathroom. Hold on. Okay, so now I'm in my bathroom. So I wanted you to see this flower that just started on one of my echeverias, which they don't typically flower this time of year, but it is. So check it out. Okay. Let's see if I can turn this around so you can see it good. Let me turn the light on. See that? See it clear? Carefully? Yeah. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. I can't wait for it to flower. This one has never flowered. It hasn't, but the fact that it is now really brings me a lot of joy. So these are those poor gasterias that I repot the other day. The last video I think I showed you. So this is what's in the bathroom now, and pretty soon, a matter of 2, 3, 4 years, those are going to be full pots again. I kid you not. So there you have it. I showed you my new growth, a couple of flowers, some new leaves, how I baked my soil, and a couple of updates on some exciting growth in my IKEA cabinet. So thank you so much for joining me this week. Those are a lot of my plant chores. My plant chores involve, yesterday was watering day, and on my land it takes me 2.5 hours to water my plants, which also includes pulling off dead leaves, finding the ones that I need to repot and putting them aside and making it a point to, find time to repot them. And just looking at them and loving on them. I love, love, love taking care of my plants. It's my passion, and I'm sure it's yours, otherwise you wouldn't be watching. So please, thank you for taking the time to watch. And I hope you join me again. So until the next time, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing if plants are your thing, because clearly they are my thing. So stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless.